my mantra is there's never an inopportune time to be yourself. Hello, and this is another episode of LifeStylin. So, I'm super excited about the LifeStylin this year because I actually have the camera that I wanted. So, had I done this a couple weeks ago, you guys would have known that I found this perfect camera that I really wanted. Oh, am I supposed to start with Happy New Year? Well, let me start with Happy New Year. Happy New Year's! Okay, so how was you guys' holidays? I hope that you had a really good holiday. Back to the camera. So, I found this camera. I'm on a lot of blogging groups on Facebook. If you ever want to do something to start a YouTube channel, podcast, whatever, I started all of them. Is you just go on Facebook and people can give you the ins and outs of starting these things. So, back to the subject because I like to travel. So this was one of the things that I really wanted. So this camera is $1 million. Actually, it is $649. So I was like, man, $600. Should I actually do a GoFundMe? Which I felt guilty for because it's 2020. So should you really be trying to do a GoFundMe when people are out of work? No, that's probably insensitive and stuff, right? So I wished upon a star, which is pray to God, oh my God, I really want to get this. So I'm like, okay, I have this real extensive saving plan, okay, well, I'm just going to get, save this amount, and I'll have it by March. Lo and behold, we get the stimulus, just $600. Everybody was complaining about it, but I felt like it was a prayer answer. That's exactly what I needed. Only had to tack on $50 plus tax, and I was super excited about it. So I have my camera, which means I get to do more videos showing a little bit more about my life, or when I'm crafting, or when I'm, doing hair, anything. I mean, you can do it for anything. You can just take it everywhere. So now I can actually lifestyle, and we won't always just be confined to this one spot. Don't be dismayed. I'm still going to talk about what's on my mind, but at least we can, dibble and dabble. And I guess I'll call that segment adventure in it. So it's always going to be something, that I've done in motion that we can talk about on LifeStylin. So, we're growing together. So that's always good. So if you read my title, you saw the two things that I wanted to talk about today. So back to the New Year's. I am not a resolution type of gal. That's a lot of pressure for me. But there are things that happens in the previous year that I make sure that I stay cognizant of and it doesn't bleed or permeate into the new year. And that is defending myself. Now let me explain this to you. When a person comes to you about your character, about a certain situation, and they want to say, well, you're not strong enough for this, or you can't, I should have knew you couldn't do this, and they're kind of come with an accusatory type of tone. It's almost like even if no matter what you say, or no matter how you defend yourself, you look defensive. You look like you're hiding something. You look like you get stressed out because you just really want this person to believe you, and they're not believing you. Why? Because they already have preconceived notions. So when you know that you're dealing with a person like that, and it looks like you're just, going in circles and pretty much going into a ditch, it's stressful because it's instead of, did you come to me to ask me what happened, or did you just come with me with what you felt happened, and and then you just want me to kind of agree with the scenario that you played in your head, even when it's inaccurate or it's not the truth. So I found myself in a lot of those situations in 2020, and this happened to me for the last time, maybe 2 days before 2021, and I was just F it. No, I'm not dealing with that anymore. You can believe whatever the F you want to believe about me. I am not trying to defend myself anymore. If that's how you feel, if you want to have a sincere conversation based off logic and not off your emotions or how you feel I am or how I used to be, then I'm all game for it. But if I feel this is just, you just putting me on trial for something that you already feel happened or how you feel about me, I'm not doing it anymore. Believe what you want to believe. I don't care. I feel like a lot of energy gets exerted trying to make people sway to your side, and they're just going to believe what they're going to believe. So why waste the time and the effort to get them to believe it. Forget it. Because here's the thing. Your reality does not always equal my reality. What you think my intentions are wasn't my... You can't tell me my intentions better than I can tell you my intentions, or what I'm trying to do or what's happening. So if you choose not to believe me, then that's okay. And it really irks me because my reputation is not even known to be a liar. So it's just kind of like, I really don't, get stuff like that. So that's just my thing for 2020. Like, for real. Like, I'm just not. It's just too much energy, and it stressed me out, and it made me anxious. And this year I want to be zen. I'm actually going to get into, so I'm going to do my first yoga class this week. Can't wait to show you all. I don't know if they'll let me bring the camera, so maybe I'll tell you about it, or I'll probably mention it on my Diary of a Curvilicious Bride, which is actually published every Tuesday on BYOK.com. Put on the screen there. So if you also want to know a lineup of the BYOK.com, then it is on that introductory part of the YouTube channel. And if you're here, subscribe and hit the notification button so that you can keep up with me. And I'm always open to looking at other YouTube channels, so you can always leave your YouTube channel in the comments and I will check you out and leave a comment to let you know I was there. So anyway, these are things I'm supposed to say that I always forget to say. So I got this green screen, so if it looks weird, I'm still working with it, so work with me on that. So that's how I feel. Like, I'm not defending myself anymore. I'm super over it. I want to be zen. It just, life is not perfect, but how I react to it can be semi-perfect. Like, I know I'm not going to make it every time, but some of the things that I give energy to, I don't need to. And that's just where I'm at with that. So the second thing that I wanted to talk about today was the Sou-Sou. I think it's spelled like S-O-U, S-O-U. Yeah, I did that last year. And I used my stimulus for that, like part of my stimulus for that. So that's why I really was really salty about it. So I mean, I used part of it. The good thing about 2020 and all this stimulus stuff, me and my husband was able to pay like all the car notes off, the credit cards off. So it was a blessing. It was a blessing in disguise, But also $500 of that I put towards the SuSu, because it's like, okay, you put in $500 and you get $4,000. Like, oh, can't lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, an extra $4,000. So I thought that this would be cool because I'm not saying any names, but somebody I know did it. They actually got the money. So I'm like, okay, $500 is a lot of money, but I put it down anyway, thinking that I'm gonna get this excellent, or this exuberant amount just for putting in $500. And for those that don't understand what a SuSu is, here's a quick video explaining what that is.
And thanks for sticking around. So this family and friends saving plan, or also known as a SuSu, offers you an opportunity to invest $500 to receive $4,000 in return.
But you see why I joined? Because I'm like, oh, look at this. I get $500 in and I get $4,000. So that was kind of like the aha, like, yes, I'm getting rich. What?
Turn. Like, wow. Now, initially, most people are not going to welcome this, but it is a real thing, and it actually is changing people's lives in the process. And this is actually a great thing right now, because as people are struggling right now, as the world deals with COVID-19 and the government is slow on providing support to the American people, this gives another avenue to generate some additional income. Now, these types of friends and family savings plans are usually through an invitation only. So typically someone has to invite you to be a part of it.
Right, like here I am, all happy, skipping through the woods, and then all of a sudden I get this invitation to this SuSu, which I thought was a great idea because everybody else is profiting from it. So it's almost disheartening because you're invited into this and you're not even really thinking about this, and then someone's like, hey, here's a great opportunity. But I digress. Let's keep going.
I know when I was approached and offered an opportunity to join, I thought that it was a great idea, so I asked for more information. I typically try to have an open mind to all opportunities and then decide whether it's right for me to participate or not. However, most people are closed-minded and immediately say no to the opportunity and don't want any part of it. But that's enough about that. Let's go ahead and explain exactly what a SuSu is. A SuSu is a form of a rotating savings club or group of people that get together and put in an equal amount of money for a period of time. The principle is that each member of the group makes a standard contribution one time period to create a large sum of contribution. Then each period, the total contributions will be dispersed to a single member of the group. The recipient changes each period in a rotating fashion so that all members of the group are eventually recipients of the rotating savings group. Now, typically this is done between trustworthy people so that everyone feels safe, and as long as everyone's putting in their share, everyone can benefit from this.
Everyone but me. So yeah, if it seems like I'm a little saucy and a little bitter, I am, because that was $500. So I put my money in. You're supposed to have, so this is how it go. I didn't want to do the whole video, but so you put your money in, and then you invite 2 other people to put their money in, and then so on, so forth, so forth. So eventually you get a payoff, I think every other week or something like that. So I put my 2 people in. Okay, so my 2 people didn't do anything. But here is where I'm upset. I was told that my people would receive help just like I would receive help. So when my people tried to reach out to try to get help, because first of all, once again, we're in a pandemic, and who has $500 sitting around? You know what I'm saying? And the only reason I had it is because it came from the government. So anyway, so, they were asking for help, and then they got snapped on, like treated poorly or whatever. So then when we tried to reach out and tried to, talk to them, they were just like, well, we closed your something. It's earth, wind, and fire type crap. I don't know the details of that. So, excuse me, they closed our flower or whatever. And I'm just like, well, what happened to the help? Then I was told that I can get at least half of it back because I did, fulfill my commitment and nothing. So not only was I out of $500, I had 2 other people that was out of $500, and it really, really sucked. So I was approached to join another one, and I'm just like, no way, I'm not doing it again. So yeah, I mean, you can do it at your own discretion. It may be very fortunate for you. You might be able to, prosper and win $1 million off of it, but I'm not for that. Like, I wish I would have just kept it, put it in my savings, spent it on a shopping spree. At least I would have got something from it. So, that is my personal experience with the SuSu, and why I just won't ever do it again. Like, no, nope. So, yeah. So I don't know. Have you ever done a SuSu? Let me know in the comments. Did it work? Did it work out for you? Did it not work out for you? Is there something that I could have did better? I don't know. Put it in the comments and let me know. Also, if you have a statement about, the 2021, what you're not going to tolerate, and things that you're not going to handle for the upcoming year, mention that too. And I always answer my comments. So yeah, so just be sure to put that conversation in there. Also don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so that you can keep up with all the Be Your Own Kind content. I am excited. This is my first lifestyling, so I will post these every Monday. I cannot guarantee what's going to be on there because life is unpredictable, right? And then I get to use like my new little camera, so I'm super excited about that. So yeah. And so until next time, don't forget to be your own kind. Be careful with the SuSus, and take care of yourself and each other. Bye.